it's almost as if he doesn't want to be bothered with everyone. He only wants to be bothered with certain individuals. And then after that, it's like, oh, you belong to Maxima. Which, in the movie they call him Maximum, but we know he was a tough character. Okay. Jubilee 17:15. And the prince Maxima came and said before Elohim. Elohim is Yahuwah. Yahuwah, my Elohim, is how it's termed in the Ivorium or the Bible. Meaning that how you say Yahuwah is my, or Yahuwah is my Lord, or however, Yahuwah is my Elohim. And you'll hear that constantly pronounced in the Ivorium. You'll hear Avrium mention it that way, Moses and whatever else. They refer to him as the Ivorium, as the Elohim. Okay, behold. Okay, now look, listen. This is Mastima. Remember how you say, oh, the devil was trying. No. He has a name. It's Mastima. Prince Maxima came and said before Elohim, which would be Yahuwah. Behold, Abram loved Yishak, or Isaac. Let's put it that way. I'm not Yishak, Yitschaq. So we know what Shaq is spelled, Shaq. That's Shaq. This is Schaq, so that's like Yishak, huh? But it's Isaac, his son, and he delights in him above all things, else bid him to offer him as an ascending smoke offering on the altar. Mastima, who is called Satan, devil, tests Yahuwah, saying, Abram loves Isaac more than you. Abram loves Isaac more than you. Why don't you have Abram offer him as an ascending smoke offering? This is where you get the story. Abram binds up Isaac and he's got the wood and they're going down and needs to be this sacrifice. And you're thinking, well, where would that come from? Why would Yahuwah even think of something like that? No, it's Mastima. Well, Abram loves that boy more than you, Yahuwah. Why don't you go ahead and offer him as an ascending smoke offering? And see if Abram really loves you. Man, that's kind of some dirty mess, huh? That's like it. I ever wonder if Yahuwah gives him a look like, you're close to that condemnation trip yourself, buddy. You better calm down. Okay. Jubilee 19:8. This is the 10th trial where Abram was tried and found faithful, patient in the Ruach. When Mastima goes to Yahuwah and says, Abram loves Isaac more than you, why don't you have him offer him as an ascending smoke offering? This was the 10th time that Abram had been tried, his spirit. And it says, he was recorded on the heavenly tablets as a friend of Elohim, a friend of Yahuwah. The test that Abram had went through proved to Yahuwah that he is your friend, that he will do whatever you tell him. So he was referred to as a friend in heaven. This is why I had mentioned, I believe in previous recordings, is that the text was never supposed to be written in pen and ink, because it states in the book of Shinnach or Enoch that confirming your beliefs with pen and ink is a sin. And it says why? Because you can be controlled. Simple. I can put the word Jesus in this book, you're going to believe it. I can put down spaceships landed and came to get you, and you're going to believe it. You're going to believe anything that I put here in pen and ink. And that's why it says you were never to confirm your beliefs with pen and ink, meaning you were never supposed to have anything that's referred to as a Bible or an ivory. It is Esau that created this book, not Jacob. Because Jacob, it was handed down through the tribe. This is why that when much of the tribe got off the slave ships, they went to split up the fathers and the grandfathers and the mothers and the children, because you had to break this cycle. What you have to understand is that if you get Yahuwah and you don't have to worry about Master or the devil messing with you, it means that you're special. You learning this knowledge, you're going to want to steal these people's identity. Why? Because you want to feel and be treated special. And how you convince people that you're special and that you are a chosen one is through money. People see you with this wealth in the same way they taught the story with King David and Solomon, having you believe that Yahuwah is a sugar daddy. You begin to believe that having stuff means that you're blessed. And if you don't have stuff, you must not be blessed. So the people that stole these people's identity and says they're the chosen ones, presented you wealth in your face to say, due to this wealth, it means I'm blessed. But it's not. That it is not. And Yahuwah is not a sugar daddy. When you come to Yahuwah and start doing right, doing what you're supposed to, it doesn't get better, it actually gets worse. And it states that. Why? Because what you're leaving doesn't want you to leave. Gang members don't want you to leave. You know, homie's trying to leave us, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill him, man, because he trying to leave us. Come on, I was with an exercise group at the gym. No, I don't want to go on a walk anymore. Anthony, he don't want to be with us anymore. He don't like us no more. No, I just don't want to go on a walk anymore. Don't want you to leave. Want you to stay. Remember, like it states in Job 3:8-2, who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? What I'm offering to you is written here in the book, so I'm only stating to you what is written, not what is not written. Okay, or interpreted or understood. Okay, and this is something I want you to understand. Jubilee 48:9. And this is Yahuwah speaking. And the prince Mastema stood against you and sought to cast you into the hands of Pharaoh. And he helped the mystery sorcerers. Mitsriy. Mastema is the one that told Pharaoh, hey, go over there and get them chosen folks. Make them slaves. Mastema is the one that was helping these Egyptian sorcerers. Remember, Moses walks in and throws the cane down, it turns into a snake. And then all of a sudden, over there, they threw their canes down and they turned into a snake. Okay, it's saying, who helped these fools? Mastema. They have no power. They're getting their evil and wickedness from this guy. Okay, and last but least, I'm about ready to end this. Jubilee 48:14. And all the people whom he brought to pursue after Yazriel, and this is Yahuwah speaking, Yahuwah cast them into the midst of the sea, into the depths of the abyss, beneath the children of Yazriel. Even as the people of Mitzrayim had cast their children into the river, he took vengeance on 1,000,000 of them, and 1,000 strong and energetic men were destroyed on account of one suckling of the children of your people, which they had thrown into the river. 1,000,000 Egyptians and 1,000 mighty men were destroyed because they murdered just one Yazriel child. One child. What is the stake that America has to pay when they have murdered millions of Yazriel children in America? What price does America have to pay? to think about that. And one thing it states in the Bible, the merchants looked across the ocean and the mighty Babylon was no longer there. Who are the merchants? India, China, Russia. They're over there in Africa now. Where's the mighty Babylon? United States and Europe. What could destroy the United States? The largest volcano in the world sits in Yosemite. It is referred to as Yellowstone. The mouth of it takes up 3 states. All you have to do is have it wake up. It does not have to blow up, it just needs to wake up. And that'll cause all the oil wells that we drilled around here in California to collapse into our fresh water. Once the fresh water is contaminated with oil, we're practically done because we would not have any fresh water. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough for today. Remember, evil spirits are not for everyone. Everyone do not get mastema, devil, Satan. Everybody doesn't get that. Chosen ones only get Yahuwah. That's why it's hard to go to these people and say, well, you need to learn about Jesus, when they're already reading and says we have Yahuwah. Why would we need Jesus? If you're saying Jesus is God, we already have him. We already have him. Saith these shoulders for no women in heaven.com. You be safe out there, and thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.